Dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about how to secure a company website and intranet used in the organization and wireless network connections. First, let us discuss about securing the website. Once your business is connected to the internet, it's your responsibility to protect your business data and information against unwanted intruders. Sensitive information such as customer details, pricing list, personal records can all be stolen, corrupted, or even destroyed unless protected properly. You should ensure that your connection to the internet is secure. Some issues to consider when securing your websites are working procedures, virus and spyware protection software, firewalls, backup data using secure passwords. Businesses that accept transactions via website can gain a competitive edge by reaching a worldwide audiences at low cost. But the website poses a unique set of security issues which businesses must address at the outset to minimize risk. Customers will submit information via website only if they are confident that their personal information such as credit card numbers, financial data, or medical history is secure. A secure website can provide your business with powerful competitive advantages, including online sales and streamlined application processes for products such as insurance, mortgages, or credit cards. To succeed in this market, however, you must become fully aware of internet security threats, take advantage of the technology that overcomes them, and win your customers' confidence. Next, we'll discuss about the security of intranet. Intranet is a restricted network with no access to the internet. If internet connectivity or portals are added, it becomes an extranet. Intranets are intentionally kept on a local area network to avoid security risk through external contact. It's possible to control intranet content because it's a restricted network as compared to internet-based HTML system in which information is shared with any user. Intranet systems may require users to log in to access proprietary or restricted information. Network administrators can use intranets to establish different levels of information sharing within an organization. If you have programs or data that you only want to certain employees to be able to access, you can individually manage access levels via secured intranet login portal. There are many ways to secure the intranet. Any intranet needs to have a comprehensive security system in place. In addition to considering the nature of the threats that require defensive measures, you must evaluate factors such as size of the intranet under a company. Security systems for intranet are mainly firewalls. The firewalls are hardware or software combinations that allow people from inside an intranet to access data on the internet but keep intruders from getting into the intranet. In fact, firewalls are only one part of a comprehensive intranet security system. Another important security system is filtering routers. Routers play a major role in firewalls and are important in any security systems. Routers are the technology that lets people on the intranet connect to the internet and allows data from the internet to get to users on the intranet, because all data going to and from internet passes through the routers. They are a logical place to put security measures. A variety of security measures can be used in concert with routers. The primary one is called filtering and is accomplished by filtering routers. What filtering routers do is quite simple. They examine every packet coming into and going out of an intranet based on a set of rules that a system administrator has established. The router will let some packets in and will keep other packets out. Then another strategy is proxy servers. The proxy servers are another important tool in fight for intranet security. They allow people on the intranet to get to internet resources, but the proxy servers act as a kind of go-between. In a system setup with the proxy servers, this process can be invisible to the user making the request. The proxy server evaluates the request against the authorization database, and if the request is acceptable, the proxy contacts the internet. The returning page also passes through the proxy server from the internet and passes it to the person who requested it. In this way, the proxy server can keep a record of all transactions and provides a trail to track any kind of attacks. The next is encryption. Encryption can be used to protect data and passwords. Encryption depends on the use of secret and or public keys. Usernames and passwords can be compromised fairly easily, allowing someone to masquerade as a legitimate user. Encryption means converting the data into the scrambled data. It's very difficult to understand while transmitting the data from one source to another source. So this is considered as one of important security measures. Then finally, virus protection, because viruses are a major concern to anyone running an intranet. While the threat of virus is undoubtedly overblown by the news media, the truth is that the viruses are a problem and a potential danger. One way to solve the problem is to use a traditional virus scanning and eradication software. This software runs on each user's computer and allows people to check their computers for viruses and to kill the viruses if at all possible. Okay, these are some of the security measures for intranet. Now let us discuss about how to secure the wireless network, because the intranet and internets are using cable to transmit the data from one place to another place, where if we use telecommunication devices to transfer the data from one place to another place, it's a wireless network. We use antenna, okay, through satellites we transfer the data from one location to another location. So there are some many security issues in this wireless networks. No computer network is truly secure. It's always theoretically possible for eavesdroppers to view the traffic on any network, and it's often possible to add unwelcome traffic as well. However, some networks are built and managed much more securely than others. For both wired and wireless networks alike, the real question to answer becomes, is it secure enough? Wireless networks add an extra level of security complexity compared to wired networks. Whereas wired networks send electrical signals or pulses of light through cable, wireless radio signals propagate through the air and are naturally easier to intercept. Signals from most wireless LANs, that means local area networks, pass through exterior walls and into nearby streets or parking lots. The following are some simple steps one can take to secure the wireless network. One is change the system ID. That means device comes with the default system ID called the SSID. That means Service Set Identifier. Or ESSID, the Extended Service Set Identifier. It is easy for a hacker to find out what the default identifier is for each manufacturer of wireless equipment, so you need to change this to something else. Use something unique, not your name or something easily guessed. Then disable identifier broadcasting. Announcing that you have a wireless connection to the world is an invitation for hackers. You already know you have one, so you don't need to broadcast it. Check the manual for your hardware and figure out how to disable broadcasting. Then enable encryption. Wired equivalent privacy or Wi-Fi protected access encrypt your data so that only the intended recipient is supposed to be able to read it. Wired equivalent privacy, that is WP, has many holes and is easily cracked. 128-bit keys impact performance slightly without a significant increase in security. So the 40-bit or 64-bit on some equipment, encryption is just as well. As with all security measures, there are ways around it, but by using encryption, you will keep the casual hackers out of your systems. Then restrict unnecessary traffic. Many wired and wireless routers have built-in firewalls. They are not most technically advanced firewalls, but they help create one more lines of defense. Read the manual for your hardware and learn how to configure your router to only allow incoming or outgoing traffic that you have approved. Then change default administrator password. This is just good practice for all hardware and software. The default passwords are easily obtained, and because so many people don't bother to take the simple step of changing them, they are usually what hackers try first. Make sure you change the default password on your wireless router or access point to something that is not easily guessed, like your last name. Okay, so these are all some of the strategies recommended to secure the wireless network. Thank you.